Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. We've changed the name of the account, we've paid the 20 gems, free to play Raid Shadow Legends. We are on day 44 and this is a little video on why on earth would you want to fuse Merouka the Veruca. Man, I wish it was Merouka the Bazooka, but it just isn't. But I still think she's worth picking up for an early free-to-play account. So just by way of background, we have got 4 level 60 champs, currently working towards getting our 5th, which is our clan boss team. We've not got many champions, we've obviously only been playing for 40 days or so, but I think this girl is worth picking up, and I'm going to show you why. Before we do get going, as always guys, thumbs up brightens my day. Let me know, are you picking her up, are you not? I think she's worth it, and I will show you where we're going to use her. Right, I mean, she's not a great character, let's be fair, but I think she's getting a lot of hate, and I think she's usable. I think she's really usable early on in the game. So at A1, double hitter. Each hit has a 15% chance of 30% decreased speed. On the plus side, this is the big decreased speed, so we like that a lot. On the downside, 15% chance is kind of pants. Even if you booked it up to 25%, it's still kind of banned. So it's a little bit random. It's not going to be there all the time, but it is a really nice debuff. It's really nice for things like Spider. It's really nice for Fire Knight. Double hit as well for Fire Knight progression, so that's kind of okay. And also the Iron Twins, decreased speed, you're going to need it. Now, it is an A1, so you'll have access to it a lot. So that doesn't really make up for the low chance, but it's not the worst thing in the world, is what I'm getting at. So for a Spider run, decreased speed is what we're looking for. A2 is a 5-turn cooldown unbooked. I don't think she's worth booking at all. I don't think she's strong enough. But what she will do is she'll remove all debuffs from an ally and then heal them by 50% of the max HP. In general, I would agree this is a crap move because it's only one ally. It's 50% HP. But there is a specific place where this comes in absolutely clutch, and that is going to be later game in the Spider's Den. I'll show you the mechanics of that. But a cleanse from one target. You're looking for a target that's going to get loads of debuffs. Spider has tons of poisons, they'll all go after one champion. That's your off affinity tank target. She'll cleanse them, 50% heal. You could, if you wanted to, try and book this and snipe it and get it down to a 3-turn cooldown, which would be helpful, but I don't intend on booking mine. Our A3, revive on death on everybody for 2 turns. Again, books down to 4-turn cooldown, but same point, I just wouldn't book her. Now, revive on death is not really as useful as it sounds. I've got plenty of champions that do this. I don't use any of them on my main account. I've built over 120 60s, and none of them use revive on death. It does potentially have a use in the Sand Devil if you get like a big AoE hit as soon as it starts. Revive on death, you can bounce back up, so it's not worthless, but it's not particularly great. So really, this is the main move here, and we get a little bit of double hits and decreased speed. But there will be occasions when this will come in handy, maybe in Fire Knight when he does a big AoE slam. Ice Golem, really handy on Ice Golem because the ignore defense will completely cream your team. And if you had Revive on Death up, well, everyone would bounce back up and you could get going again. So actually, it's not the worst ability in the world. Again, it's just not overly kind of useful. But you put them all together, and I think for Spider progression, this ability here, really nice. You've got a bit of Revive on Death for certain scenarios. And Faction Mush is going to be absolutely fine, no problems. The passive increases her own defense up to 20%, resets each round. I haven't got her ascended. I'm not planning on doing that for a little while. Artifacts, I'm just trying to pump her HP up and a bit of accuracy. Again, we're so early. We don't have accuracy jewelry, which would help out. But we'll do a little spider run. I'll show you kind of what I mean. Now, obviously, we're just doing Spider 10 at the moment because that is the most efficient use of energy because it is bugged and it does give us a good amount of resources. But if we take a little look-see here, Spider is Magic Affinity. It's going to go for Spirit Affinity champions. It's going to go for Armiger. Then it'll go for Lysandra. We have a little look down for Spider 20, which is, ultimately what we have to do for the Arbiter missions. it's a spirit affinity. So she's going to be strong. Merouka is going to be strong. She's never going to be targeted by the spiderlings until anybody from force or spirit is dead, or void potentially. So we know we're kind of golden. Obviously stage 11 wouldn't be great. She'd be doing this kind of stuff on herself, but again, I guess that's a potential option. Now if we start off the run, then what we're going to see is we're probably going to blast our way through the start of this, but at some point Armiger's going to get poisons on him, and then Merouka is going to come in and clean them. Now obviously this is only level 10. We are thinking at level 20, so 20 stage dungeon, this mechanics will still all work the same. We won't be able to blast the waves at 20. We'll be looking to find somebody who does AoE HP burn or enemy max HP and turn meter control, blah blah blah. But what we will still be needing, probably, unless we get really lucky with champions, is somebody who can cleanse and heal and put revive on death on our spider tank. Now we do have Reliquary Tender on the account who does a cleanse and a revive, so those two in unison probably would do a really good job of keeping a spider tank alive, and then you just have 2 more slots to try and turn me to control the boss and also maybe AoE HP burn or max HP the spider down. But that's kind of what we're doing. So once these spiderlings start putting poisons on Armiger, we can see, of course he resists them, we can see that she will then use her ability and cleanse him. You'd probably want to put some kind of preset in, I'm guessing later on, whereby she does the revive on death, because I don't ever really seem to see her use it. She's going to take a go now, removes all the buffs and a 50% heal, which, as I say, if you're building a force affinity champ on stage 20 with huge HP defense, then maybe some resist to stop some of the poisons, she could be kind of useful for that. So she's not a champion I'm going to rush to invest in terms of taking it to 50. I've got other people ahead of her, but I think she's worthwhile for this little potential use in later on Spider, because being able to cleanse off all those poisons is potentially handy. And decrease speed, like I didn't notice then whether we got it on the boss or not, but if we did, that again is kind of handy. So I think she's okay. I think she's worth a pick up. Like an account like this where we don't have many epic champions, I think it's a little bit odd to turn your nose up at her, and she'll be absolutely fine. In Faction Wars, we've got like absolutely no orcs at all because we've got Rhonda instead of the shaman, so we've only got her, I think, a veteran from a void shard, so she's going to be really useful for that. Revive on death again, the Faction Wars going to be absolutely fine. So I think she's worth picking up. That's my thesis, that's my argument. I hope you found this commentary useful. These were her total stats, but as I say, we're not really going to do anything with her. She's on a list maybe to be 50'd, but we're hoping for 2x Ancient soon, which I think comes in about a week, because we're hoping to get some good champs out of these shards. But if not, we don't mind building her at least to 50. And maybe she'll make it to 6-star one day. Probably not, but you never know. Right, so that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been the Filthy Casual. Take it easy. Peace.